Hello, guys. Just in case, sometimes it starts. Okay. Hello, this is the Frugal Eclectic, otherwise known as, oh, where's my sign? Noodle. Um, I've pretty much got everything cleared off. I'm looking for, there's my baby wipes. I want to just, oh, wow. Okay. I did a bit of a somewhat decently pretty screenshot. Okay, so I'll move that out, move this. Actually, okay, let me, and there's two people in chat. You don't have to, welcome. You don't have to talk. We're okay with, oh, yeah. I'm learning new baby wipes. I'm decided I'm going to continue to get my old standbys, purchase my old standbys. But I thought, for my fiber arts and things like this, finding new baby wipes might be kind of an interesting little thing. So, okay. I'm wiping down my, if you hadn't figured, hold on, guys. A little bit late, but ouch. I got a bit of a muscle headache, and my ring was over here, and it snagged when I was putting some scissors away. It snagged on and it pulled it off, and now I've got swollen right here, and I got a muscle headache, and that's what I'm learning to call I don't, yeah. Anyway, all right, so there we have that. Go ahead and put this, okay, just go ahead and wipe this down. Okay. And, oh, yeah, apparently I used this as and I didn't wipe the color off of it. One moment, please. Okay, what we're going to do today, as the title says, we're going to play with a few found objects. This, I guess you could say, is dedicated to Colleen and her celery rows. I also got, let's see, maybe they have You're Here, like last week. Let me pop out chat. Pop out chat. Yep, You're Here. Okay. That we want move it over here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have to be very careful. I cannot, my doctor told me on make sure I'm my full screen. There, pop out chat. All right. Engage my chat. Hi, Kimberly and Dixie and Josie and Dar and yeah. Okay. Yeah, I told not Colleen, but I told Eileen that I might be slightly late because, I'm moving slower right now. Yeah. I feel like I've got my body is one big massive bruise, and I'm actually have a cane to help me my balance and stuff. So, oh, and I have to do my phone. My husband will get upset with me if I don't set my phone for an hour. Hello, there's my SS Janet. Yeah. Well, I'm rehabilitating my spine, and along with that, um, your muscles. I have to build up my muscles. Hello there, eyeballs too. So, okay, I was over at Colleen's on Sunday, and maybe she'll show up, maybe she won't. I don't know. I did actually purchase an onion just in case she does. Sister, sister. Yeah. Well, I have to assume you're older than me, Janet. You guys were somewhere talking about, and there are some things, the only reason why I know they exist is because my husband he's much older than I am. he's he's a lot older than I am, and he has a really good memory, and he has a lot of trivia in his head, and I'm like, oh, there are sometimes I'm like, oh, my hubs would know that. My hubs would know that. Oh my good. Okay, so, and I've never had issues with my celery roses. So I told Colleen that I would get some celery, and I would show her the way I do it, so that she's not so she just needed to calm down and relax. She she just needed to calm down and relax. And I felt like I was yelling at her because I was in caps pretty much the whole in chat, and I felt like I was yelling at her. But so anyway, just to update, I had to take my daily journal out of here because, see, obviously, these are, they get stress points. So I have to remend this with glue, and here I have to mend the vintage wallpaper. So that's why it's loose out. So, okay, what I did, I know where she lived in the old days before she moved, and I'm not sure if she's in the same town. I think she moved slightly different. Where she used to live was someplace Oak. I got the impression it was kind of a ritzy place. Oak something, Oak. I don't know. Anyway, I'll update you. And what I'll be doing, because these are so small. Yeah. And like I said, I think she may have moved like 2 cities over from where she was, or she may have stayed in the same city. And then, so I think she's okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's okay. She's not in what you guys are doing. Okay, so because I still have limited space on my phone, I haven't been IGing much, and I've been very careful about it. And so on Sunday morning, I did these are the ones I posted. These are my Inktober, and I'm only using the Inktober fib. Hi, Sherry. And yeah, okay, Sherry. All right, we got everybody. Okay. And that's the only one I'm using. Okay. And let's see, remembering, I was really kind of sleepy one night, and I ended up adding scallops. And last night, I added swirls. But I had a set of rules here. Remember, I showed you as part of my creating keepsakes. I went ahead and I just put it, not creating keepsakes, the challenge, the kit challenge. I just kind of put it in here. Okay. And this is my sample. And the idea was I do shading, because I'm learning to do shading, and I may not know all the technical jargon about it, so I just usually just, I'm getting to know my pencils, okay? And I chose Kimberly watercolor pencils, ink tints, and then of course ink pencils. And I've got like my original set of those colored Bics, the big Bics that came out. And I have to use metallic in here, and I have to represent some kind of Celtic. And I have rules. I set up a little bit of rules. And I have to, these are my my Zen doodling marks that I have. These are the ones I chose. And again, like I get sleepy and I'm like, oh, I want, so yeah, I added a few things in. Okay, so that's, and these are some of the stamps I've been using. Okay, so here, my update, oh, ouch on that, is, okay, so you've seen those, and those are posted up on IG, and I have one picture for all of these. And I even took a stab and I drew a partial sofa and like a mid-century modern table. So I'm branching out a little bit, you know, like here I'm just doodling, drawing, you know, and here's where I made the mistake. And I put fingernail polish on here, but in the end, I just doodled some stems and leaves and turned them into, this is kind of like, it looked kind of reminded me of that flesh-eating plant. Yeah, I just kind of trying to eat the seahorse. And of course, the color was orange. And I found out that I used that, I put on, and I had forgotten that the oil pastels, see, now you can draw on some of them with some inks and others you can't. But anyway, okay, so that's it. Now here's my update. This was the 8th, and Monday I was so out of it from my doctor's appointment, from my rehabilitation, that I says, well, oh, I'll just do Sasiko. This was already here stamped. So, and then the next day when I was a little less sleepy, I put the ink, you know, the colors in to indicate that it was different fabrics sewn together. So that's what I did there. Then Sunday, I wanted something to do with scripture, something like that. And I had Saturday, thank you, Janet. On Saturday, I had heard this Reba McEntire song about back to God. And like I said, it was Sunday, and I thought, you know, I want something like, you know, and this is where, so I just did this. We need to give this world back to God. This didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it, but this was fun. And this is where I actually found my, oh, I like purple and wine together. Hi there, Julie. And, oh, and this, I don't know if Julie caught it. Let me show you. An ode to Julie. On my first coin, I did a tree. This is part of my Inktober. See on the disc, on the coin. I put I stamped my crosshatch, and then I just, on this one, I did yeah. And anyway, it's a Reba McEntire song. And I thought, oh, that would be perfect. And down here you can see, and this is very, oh, and I go, oh, I like that purple and wine together. So then I made a little thing of it like that. Yes. Yeah, that was an ode to my Julie, my grapey toes. I put a little tree there. Yeah, anyway. And then let's see. And I'm not quite done with last night. Again, yeah. And this is where I decided, because it just needed swirls. It just needed swirls right in here. And I just stamped a box and just practicing some really loose cross hatching and stuff like that, you know. And this is silver, black, and white, basically. And I started doodling, trying to do this Celtic thing. Hello there, CB. And now this could be the doorway. And yes, we have benches. We have wall to ceiling benches. Yeah. Wall to ceiling benches. Because then I got to look and I says, oh, that looks kind of like a weird Picasso. So we're sitting on the bench. And see, we put benches. Hello there, you. Let's see. Sprouted roots. Yeah, so floor to ceiling benches. So, strap yourself in. We're going for an art ride, right? But it kind of looks like a door as you walk into like an art gallery, and the art is on the wall. And I have to do shading on this. I have to do some kind of shading, but yeah. So it's for the most part done. But like I told somebody in chat, in Dee Dee's chat today, I says, I am so thankful that I went with something small like this. Because, yeah. Okay, so there's that. And like I said, I told Colleen. Now, I've never done with paint before. Okay, guys, I've never done it with paint. I did my best. I let it sit out for a while, so it did a little bit of, but overnight, and I cut it. I usually cut it closer down to the bottom, but I know that's you're the one who I got to thinking about that, using something small. I tried to get it as close, because I usually cut it down and leave about an inch. I don't have this extra stuff to start with, these extra 3. But like I said, I tried to do it the way Colleen did it. So, chat jail. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. So, all right. And I do mine with ink. I've never had issues. Well, remember, you guys, I think some of you had gone to bed by the time I told her that I would buy some celery and I would go through this for her. So this is basically for Colleen. I did buy an onion, and if Colleen happens to show up, or somebody actually has the book of Ray Missingham, I could potentially go through. The other thing about today, and I had to show you something else. Oh, guys, and something else. And I'm sitting here, and that was my little treat. That was my treat, Judy. Okay, no, wrong thing here. This. And, last month, I wrote a lot. And I had a lot in there. You be good. You be good, Judy. Well, you could still get the bug. She could still get the bug finger up the nose. I'm just saying. And instead of cutting down 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, to individually glue in, I was on the peripheral vision. This is, and I'm like, plain writing tablet, $1.60 each, right? And I'm thinking, hello, duh. And I'm only losing I'm only either recycling or throwing out just little bits, you know, like about 1.25 inches. That's, you know, so it's no big deal, right? So anyway, but I got to thinking that we could pull some of these out. These are just thin and they're small pieces. I'll just do 5 to start with so that we can play with them for today. That's the reason why I gave it to her. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only reason why I gave Judy that treat. So anyway, now here's my ink. I just my archival, okay? All right, now, and I moved everything here. I just real quick took a couple plastic bags and some small bags for those really small things. Hello there, you. And I just put them in bags, so they're like right here. And I also, she was, I tried to get her to understand that she could add things to the layers of her, but she was so in the moment with this that I don't think it registered to her that you can actually do other things with that. This will give you texture, so I think I'm actually going, let's see, do I have the back end of something that I guess I can just roll this off. Yeah. I don't know that I really want texture on here. Let's see. Hold on. I didn't think about that. Well, let's see. I suppose I can roll this down. I hesitate because I do like this, my lace paper. I suppose I can do this. And keep me from, oh, hold on. Let me do the 1.5 hours. My husband would have a cow. Okay, 1, and I'll give it 20 minutes. Because it's already been almost a half an hour. So I'll give myself 1:20. Okay, so we have 1:20 on the timer. And actually, I think I'll just tack it under my mouse pad. Okay. And here is some organic paper towels to lay the stuff on. And oh, and guys, I also thought we did this before. I haven't taken the time to cut it, but I thought I would get an olive out, a big olive. Yes, I snack on olives. I'll let that air dry for a little bit. And we got, you have, the one thing though is I use Kalamata, and you have to let it dry. And I have this, I have a little paring knife. It's okay, Eileen. She doesn't have to come. But this is for her. She happens to, I'm going to slice down the middle. And you've got your 2 halves. And you can remove the pimento. I'll just eat the pimento. And these make really cool. We've done this before. And I don't know if it made it over here or not, the stream. Okay. So now I've never done this. I thought I would do this with ink first. And we're just going to do it. And then eventually we'll, and I didn't buy makeup sponges. So, you know, but okay. Okay, now here, we're just going to show right on the ink pad, and I'll do an olive right on the ink pad. Okay. Now see, it's not showing up. Okay, so see, there's a little bit of an impression. We'll get there. It just has to kind of, you just have to, see, you know, and it's wet, you know, it's moisture, so it's wet. So you have to kind of, you have to remember that. And you oh, dabber, and you just have to, yeah, you know, it kind of actually gives a kind of a cool watercolor. And I have construction paper. I even pulled out a watercolor, 140-pound cold press. I have a couple of 50-pound sketch papers and some vintage scrapbook paper. And I have my B paper down here as well. So we're pretty much covered on the, okay, and here's the smaller half. We'll just, and this is one of those things you just have to kind of, you can turn these into, yeah, it just makes marks. Now I did the olives with paint, and the ones with paint were really cool. But this kind of gives you more of a watercolor. Now here, these are all, it's slanted, but it's even, okay? And I left it out for about 3 or 4 hours before I put it into the refrigerator, and it kind of shriveled this up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, and I just stamp it, you know, it's like a stamp. See? And it doesn't get aggressively black. Of course, as you get it smaller and smaller, it will get, and I'll probably have to stand up. And see, some of them, you'll get a, now, of course, that I'm really trying, of course, I showed this before and I've never had issues. Let me put a little bit of a pad underneath. And I'm going to stand up for this. And I'm just pressing. See that? And that's with just the black ink. Now we could potentially do it with, this is called watering can. So it's kind of like a slate blue. And I don't necessarily, we'll do a few. Now I'm turning it around. Oh, let's get the right lid on. Ink. I think that's the jet ink. Nope, that's the jet ink. Turning it around, and we're kind of up there. So this was the watering can color on top of the black. Okay. Now I think I want to, this is very definitely more watercolor. I like that, kind of gives that watercolor feel. I want to trim it off because I'm actually really liking this. So, and I thought, because I've never done I've done the olives with the ink, but I I've done the olives with the paint, but I never did the, oh, you just take a knife, Judy, and you just, like I told you, I usually cut an inch, but I did this one, I did closer to what Colleen had. So it gave me more of that, more of the open petal look. And if you were being smart, Alec, I don't know, it's an old, this is, you know, I haven't done this for a while. 2 1/4. Okay, so I can do that with the, and just do the whole thing of olives, and then I can have it. All right. So here is some, we'll do this a little while. Oh, you wasn't being a smart Alec. Yeah. And you just cut it. Like I said, I usually do an inch roughly from the bottom, an inch. And then, but this time I added another inch because of the way Colleen had it. And I'm still using the watercolor. So it actually gives me, now these are really close together. And they don't have to be perfect. And I figured once I get a few of the, because I haven't done this in a while, so I'm out of my, once we have some of this in the ink, I can do some with the paint and see how that goes. Now here's the, let's just do one. This is a 40-pound cold press, and I'll do it in black archival. Okay. Now here's cold press, 140 pound, and we're going to see, I'm going to see how, I've never done it on, you know, because this to me is precious. So I've never actually played around with. Ooh. Oh, wow. Now see, let's do slightly off the page. And we'll do this. Ooh. Now this is where, on this one, because, let's see. This is where you can start adding. I have this little paisley. I have there. I just dropped them into the bag. Hold on. Oh, come on. Of course, now they're in the bag. And when I want them, they're not right there. Here's a little paisley. And also, I had, hold on, I have to bend over here to get them. Oh, I must have taken them off. Oh, well. Oh, actually, here's some fleur-de-lis. This is a little elegant looking. I have a flower, but it has decided to wander off in one of the bags. Maybe it's in the other bag. I wanted to show you how you could, oh, let's do it with the oxide as well. And here's some of these. We'll do it. I had a, oh, that's so frustrating because I had it right here. I had that feather stamp because I wanted to use it. Hold on. Oh man, that's irritates me. Well, I wanted to make sure I had room here. There's the crosshatch, the square, the leaf. One moment, please. Well, I guess if we have to stay with the, I was just kind of wanting to show you that leaf, I mean the feather, but we can do this. Let's see, I'll use, let's see, we have size-wise, we want, I'll use this one here. We want something slightly different from this one. All right, so we'll use this skinny, one up here. Okay. And we're going to use the back here. We'll use this. And this is, I'm adding stamps to this. We don't have to just stick to that. I'm sorry, you know, did you separate the celery stems? I haven't. Oh, I forgot to bring a single celery stem, but hold on. No, this is just the very bottom. And I did not separate them. This is the very bottom before you even take anything off. Let me go get one. Okay, now here, it's not, okay, I'm just hoping. Okay. So, you know, this is not, where's my blocks? Where's my blocks? My blocks. Oh, here's the feather. Okay, so between these, I need on my block. They're not wanting to stamp as nice. Okay, so here, then you can bring in this because you did this. Now here, let's do a feather real quick. Let's pull in this feather. Okay, and it does help to have a little bit like a small calendar width underneath. Okay, now let's try to get this because I'm working. Okay, let's go upside down. So we're kind of getting a little more stylized. So now we've introduced 2 stamps alongside. Now, obviously, I didn't stamp as hard. Okay, now we're going to add another. And let me go get the single stock. And you know, that may not be, but you know, again, you just have to kind of play with this. Hold on, let me go get the single stock. I forgot to bring it in. And I'll try the olive. Well, hello, Nikki. Okay, here. Now, this has been left out overnight because, you know, so it's a little. And then you can also use this side. Let's actually put some. Here's the fresh cut part. Okay, let's just kind of go over that. Well, let's get it started. You have to get it started sometimes. You have to press a little bit on the ink pad. Okay. Get it going. You know, it's on the, this is watercolor. Again, so you have a little different reaction. Let's go back to the thin paper. These could actually be on this end. See, it could be bat wings. It could be a part of a butterfly. Here, make a butterfly. Here's back end. And there, see, it could be, it's a mark. Okay. Now here, this can be the top of the butterfly. And this upside down, if we can get it to work, you know, because sometimes you just have to, and you turn this into a little bit different butterfly. Yeah, it has a little more liquid on it, so it's not wanting to stamp as well. But you see, you get the idea. And you can go over it. You know, this is, yeah. And you can turn, this is like, this could be a woman's corset, guys, okay? You could, this could be a woman's corset. And you could have, you know, her arms up here. Let's do this where we could actually have space to draw a woman. Oops, wrong side. Well, that could be her head, but okay, let's see. A new piece of paper. Right side. Yeah, leave it to dry. You know, like this one here, this was a fresh cut. Okay, so here, turn it around, match it up, and you've got there's enough room. You can put the head and shoulders here. You can put the waist down and the legs there. Okay. Let's try the olive. I'm not, these are not the right shapes in my head. It didn't quite work out that way. If you were to do a bunch of these and cut them out on thinner paper, it would work. You can kind of cluster them together. You could cluster them together and work them in with things. Let's see how the olive does on the watercolor. You know, yeah, not so much. So the olive doesn't really work with the ink, but I do know it works with paint. So this is the 50-pound Strathmore sketch, and we're just going now. This might be better. Let's do. It might go better with okay, now, hello there, you sweet, or let's see, wait, no. Oh, come on, joyful strength. All right, we'll just kind of, now this is, oh, I forgot to, let's see, something else that I was trying to get Colleen to do. Okay, we'll do this as a test down here. Okay, this is the original size. And this is see the natural curve of it. This is the bottom of the flower, right? Okay. Okay, we'll leave that. Actually, we'll do another one. These will be my two kind of as the, oh, I upside downed it. This was technically, no, I guess it's right. It just feels different. All right, so I'll put those aside. Now let's see. Let's add, this might be a little bit better. Okay. Okay, I'll have to look at them. Yeah, and this probably in the sense of, you can mix wildflowers with this. See, now that's a little more in terms of the proportion that you need. See, and as you start building You could put one here. Okay, then do the celery. We'll do a few more of these and then I'll pull off the first. Oh, wait, we have to do this in, we have to do this full on in, I did not buy any, I forgot to purchase, foam, now let's do a little closer to the paisley. Yeah, you just have to kind of play and begin to kind of, let's do, just so I know, let's do a paisley there. And you just begin to play. All right, now, let's actually see what the oxide does. Let's see what it does on the, let's just cover the faux pas. Oh, cool. Ooh. Now see, now here, we can, this could be, see how it didn't on, let's see. This is on a different stamp, but you can see how the black layer is looking kind of cool, even though it's not the actual rose shape. You can see how the black is coming through and making that blue layer kind of cool. All right, let's do a blue. Let's see, what can we do? Well, wait, no. Oh, hey, let's do, this is the original. All right, we can do a, now this is where I consciously, I'm going to choose, okay, I'm going to, from the looks of this, this is going to be my bottom. So I put a B for bottom. Oh, come on, where's my, here, I'll just grab a B for bottom. Right now, you can barely see it, but that's okay. All right, so then here, I've got that inked up. I kind of look at the orange. Now here, see, you just kind of go and you just start kind of going over the blue. And you're going to have imperfections. See how when I left it out for that 2 or 3 hours, this one separated, and you've got a bit. You will have imperfections. Okay, and you don't want to get too, just see quick, and you start doing quick. Do one over here, and that's quick. See up here, you've got the hint. Visually, you know your eyes, you're seeing a flower, and it's a rose, but it doesn't have all of those lines in there. But you see what I'm saying? And this is cool. Okay, and that's just with the ink. Okay, now let ooh, I like that. All right, so let's see. This is a baby wipe. I can pull, let's see, cover the inks. All right, so now lid. Bye, Dixie. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm just, and I'm not trying to be mean to Colleen. I'm just letting her know that, this is, yeah. Okay, and these also, you can do birds, to a certain degree. The boomerangs. This one's a little too big. to be a bird. You know how kind of like the seagulls in the distance, how you do kind of do a really loose W, but that could be a boomerang. Or, you know, yeah, just, you know. Oh, see, my lid is starting to, I have to be really careful with that. Okay, let's get the inks. Now, I can put that in the trash. Get a baby wipe. And before I do layers on those, I need to do some paint. I just have to do my best to get it wiped off here. Now, I didn't really think about, let's see, dog ears. Yeah, dog ears. Yeah, I mean, yes, they could actually be kind of funky ears. I mean, you know, yeah. Yeah. These would, the C part, this one here, this end would probably be better as your ear if you were, because see, this is the opening to your ear and the shape of the face right here. You know, as you, there's the side of the face and you could, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it would be like a really interesting ear, but you know, okay. Now, let's see here. All right, we can, let's see here. I wonder what Neos would do on this. But paint. Let's see. Stay with the tour. I've got tapioca. I've got some rook red. And I've got some glaze. I love this color. Autumn brown. I didn't really prep myself for paint. I was so busy trying to remember clearing off space. Let me, I guess I'll just use a baby wipe. Okay, we're going to continue on this side. And like I said, I never have done the celery with paint. So this will be my first time with actual paint. All right, and this still has some Neo 2s and Portfolio on it, but I'm not going to get too overly hyper about that. Let's see. This is Autumn Brown. And I think I'm just going to use a baby wipe for it. I don't necessarily want to make a huge mess. And I'm not going to, I really don't, I don't have the extra strength to actually slam it down. So if I need to slam it down, then I'm kind of up a creek, but we'll get there. You're awful. Hi, Darla. Yeah, in particular, I really like the way they did the faded jeans. And I like my mid blues. And I really like yeah. I don't want to, we're going to kind of, my thought is to kind of maybe do some kind of an ombre. Okay, now I didn't have to press, which is, I'm thankful for that. Now, get some of these in the different, And see, I don't mind that they don't necessarily show up. We'll get a few more with this. And okay, we'll go with the Rook. Ouch, red. I can't, I'll have to open it up this way. And I'll just mix it in with the Autumn Brown. Mix it. Let's just mix it with this mixing tool. Actually, let's test it out. You never know. And this is where you, again, you can just, I'm doing this so that this can just, later on, this could be actually end up being a really cool. Now this one's really cool. And yeah, yeah. All right, so let's see what, hitting enter. Let's see. So yes, and let's see, what did CB? Julie is a real gem. And I wanted to also, I wanted to show you guys, this is something, and I was just I happened over at Barb's Friday, and she talked about, she was doing the coins and the Crafty Hodges. And then I happened to look, and oh my word, she showed you turn a magazine into a traveler's notebook. And I hadn't got that far yet. I love, yeah. And oh my giggles. Of course, I didn't cut from the bottom. Because you know me, I want the bottom to be absolutely originally straight. So I cut from the top and I did it a little more squat. And I thought if we could get this done, I thought would be kind of cool is to make a cover from one of these prints, and I want to keep this, and there's enough here. If we could do it, then yeah, it would be kind of cool. All right, so let's see. And like I said, I didn't necessarily want, and I even have this. This was brayered on, and I could do stamping on this too, maybe. But now that I've transferred to the paint part of this, it probably wouldn't work. All right, well, let's go in with some more baby wipe on this one. Now we're going to obviously go into the Rook Red. Off the page. And let's kind of double up. Let's kind of bring the paint part of this over into this. And I'm going to do it backwards, hopefully, or sideways, just like that a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I would dry them definitely. Let's see. Any more questions? Jewel, a real jewel, a gem jewel. Okay. Now that we've, there's not much of a blob, let's kind of work. And you can get this All right, now let's go into my other color that I chose. Now here we have the olives. I want to show you about the olives, but we can do that on the other page. I wanted to, this is called tapioca. Okay, here's this. And obviously we're going more into a pink. Okay. And just kind of play with it. Okay, now here, let's see. This is where I would, at this point, I would start taking off this. And you can use these. Now, once you take these off, you take a look at these. And let me see. Let me get another paper here. Let me pull this one. I want to get one of the thin papers. Because one of the things that Colleen did is she started playing with the single one. And she was making her own flower petals. See, you can see like that. Once you take these off, you can still use them and kind of layer them like you would think you could make your own flowers. See, this is, see, oh, like, see, paisley. See that? These could become paisley. Now this has a little more ink on, a little more paint on it. Let's get some of that persimmon glaze. The wine brown and tapioca is looking kind of pretty. Yeah, see that? This could even be kind of a cool little funky lip. You know, if a lip for like a painted lip on a face. A little bit exaggerated, but you know, hey. Obviously that didn't become a flower, but one of the things I noticed was that I noticed the way she was doing her hands. She was already trying to figure out how to. It's Joyce. You look at my able to rejoice and it has the joy, there's correct spelling in it. It's a pun. Yeah, it's a pun on rejoice, Joyce, rejoice. Okay, okay, so in here, and oh, let's go with some brown. We can go ahead. I'm mixing just a, oops, well, a little more brown than I had anticipated, but we can work it. We'll put a little brown over here and do some of these. Again, yeah, these are the leftovers. Okay, now, that was only pulling one, and already you've changed the shape. All right, let's do a second one. And again, think about using these before you just like toss them. So that's fresher. It's a little bit bigger. It doesn't have the characteristic, it doesn't have the weird hole in it. But again, you can potentially create your own, and it's mark making. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to, okay, we'll do brown again. Okay, I'm gonna try to work. Okay, now we're gonna do some small. I've taken 2 of the petals off. I love you too. Now we will, you can see they start to, okay, oh, do the, we're going to do the olives. Now I want, let's do the small. Let's just do a thin, even though I know it won't necessarily show up because it's thin and the olive is moist, automatically moist. I've been finding that you pull these from the back and you don't have issues. Oh, okay. Okay. This one's kind of lazy. This is the bigger one. Okay. So let's go ahead and take the time and dab the paint. Okay, so here's that. And again, these are, and they just actually, you know, it was really a cool pattern when I did this, well, let's just get let's just start mixing. This is the olive. It was, yeah, yeah, this particular olive might not just want to be cooperating, but it is kind of it just really is kind of a cool, just basic, and it doesn't always show up, which is fine. Of course, when you want, oh, no, see, yeah, I see the juice, the liquid from the olive went hyper. So you just have to kind of, oh yeah, oh, I forgot that didn't work. So anyway, the olives are a little more, they're not as stable, you know, but they still work. Okay. Hello, Darla. Sorry. Yeah, juicy. Okay, Darla, back in the day, I'm known as a frugal eclectic, and I don't have a lot of extra cash to do for supplies. So that's just, yeah, you know, you just look around you. And like, I haven't done it yet, but I will probably do carved potatoes until I can get my enough. I can find, when I find my carving tool that I laid down, because I was so happy to have one, I carried it around with me, and I put it down one day and I haven't found it since. But yeah, and that's part of the other thing I was going to show you guys. For those of you who are like into the coloring books and you're like, you're seeing now going into like the mixed media and that kind of stuff, and you're not like, you're kind of freaking out a little bit and you're thinking you have to spend all that kind of money. I wanted to show you here, packaging like this guy. See here, if you don't have extra money to buy stencils that have circles, these measure out to 1 7/8. You can just cut. I would keep this 2 sections so you can use it as a handle, but I would trim this off, and you've got your circles. The other thing on this packaging, see that's an odd shape. I've actually kept this, and I keep it and I travel with it because you can you can actually, if you're careful, you can do broccoli, just cut one in half, and they make little trees. They make really cute trees. Cauliflower is, you know, cabbage is good. Cabbage is a little funkier to play with. Now see here, see this right here? See how the olive is going? You could, let me see, is this dry? This was the actual celery. This is the celery thing that we did earlier. You could bring this in if you wanted to and start taking your pen or your pencil, or, you know, and just start, and you've got a shape. It's like a gumball shape. And I didn't cover that color. I just left it like it was underneath. See how, and this is just your product. If you're going to recycle like this, just look at your space first. And always know, you know, you have a little place like that. Okay, so this is something you can do. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to oh, here. Like your the tops of your boxes, if like for a bracket, sometimes when you do those bracket things, when you try to buy, let's see, where's my, oh, I put them on, I took them off the table. My pins, come on, my pins, I took them off the table, and all I have is my pencils. Oh, well, here, I'll just use my Micron. Okay. I see these and I think of Janet when I buy them. Okay, let's see here. Now, this, no, that's my olive thing I wanted to. If you are in a planner and you have to be, this could also work for here's a little paint. This could work for like when your kids, for travel, inexpensive travel things. See, now that the edge, this is more of a square bracket. Instead of if you don't have the chance to buy the Tim Holtz, see, it becomes a file folder. That could be a file folder. That could be one of those brackets. So look at your packaging. That is a mask you wear. Oh, Eileen. Oh, hush. Hush, Eileen. Hush. Did I miss some? Sometimes I miss questions, and most of you guys know me, so if, you can always. Okay, but what I'm saying is, if you, this can be a file folder top. If you're not, or this can just be new exercise. I would love for him to come out with a garnet color that actually has that fiery orange underneath it. Yeah. See, this, as far as a piece of paper is concerned, in a styling a piece of paper, this, and you can you can travel with these in your, if you don't want to ruin your stuff, you can just take these, or you can do these for your children, and it becomes something like brackets. See, like this is what I'm trying, this is what I'm saying. And for instance, you can take you can do this. Well, obviously take off this part here, make it smooth, paint it smooth, whatever you want to do. You can do this, put this part in the trash. And then you can take this segment here and you can do, oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. This is an inch. Okay, this is an inch. Then you go you can do a mark of 3/4. There's your well, a little different. And here's your 1/4. Then on your piece of paper that you have, now some of you might know this. I'm just, for those of you who are, you don't have to always spend a whole lot of money initially. And if you've got a list of stuff to do, a list of stuff to buy, then you can see, okay, then, all right, so then you kind of match this up. No, this way. No, this way. And say a 1/2 inch approximate. you do that. And then you've got your bracket. See, you've got your bracket and you can talk. You can put your, you know how they do the little bracket things? Anyway, so look at your packaging, you know. Now let's get back to making. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I should know better. Let me put them. I'm stretching a little too high beyond my muscle comfort zone right now. All right. So anyway, yeah. All right. So here now, where are we? Now I didn't think about, and you can, no, she went, and I really, anyway. All right. So let's see here. Now we can add, I actually think I want to add, let's add some of these, just kind of, actually, I think I like the one that had the little weird imperfection in it. Maybe add, yeah, it doesn't, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't like that. Let's, actually, no, let's just do this. Let's just smudge it into the, let's turn it into a rose. That's a little more oddball, but hey, okay. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay, let's, you know, hey. The idea is that we get cover paper that I can put on my, yeah, see, it's a little more, I like it much drier. I don't like it as, now with this, and you can kind of see where these are kind of coming, they're smaller. Now let's just see, let me dry that. Now let's go back and, now see, they're much better when they dry. These are the olive tracks. Let's see here. Oh, the ink pad oxide. Okay, this is Distress Oxide. All right, let me get a new, I'll use the celery stamp. Okay, here it is on 140-pound cardstock. That's the Faded Jean Distress Oxide. I feel it's kind of funny wiping down a, oh, I wash all of my stamps. Now you could probably keep this in the refrigerator for a while. Now something else, is this what you want me to do? Or you don't want me to do some kind of an oddball demonstration? I think I got the paint off of that decently enough. Actually, okay, hold on. We're in this, so we're almost done with this page. So I'm like, hello, now that we're reintroducing inks. Oh, look at that. And it has a little bit of paint in there, but not too bad. And it's not showing up on the ink pad, so the ink pad's okay. As long as I don't get too hyper, I'll just tap it like that. And see, there's no paint coming off on the, but see this, oh yeah. See, now we're coming back into the ink. A little bit of paint, but that's okay. Now, some of these are a little bit, yeah, I'll have to let me dab them. I don't want to smush them, smear them, but I will just want to kind of dab them a little bit. Okay, now a piece of paper. Oh, let's see. I can just use this. Now, brush. I have water brush. Brush. Where are you? Come on. Come on, my brushes. Okay. I like them with my water brush. But again, I put my water brush. In order to get ready for stream, I put the stuff up. Yeah, I put the stuff up. My water brush. It's with my, oh, let's see where, okay, it's in here. It's in here. It's in here. Hold on. I'm pretty sure. Inktense. Okay, where's my water brush? My pens. I was using my pens. I had them rolled up. Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, I prepped for my stream, and oh, good, the lid's still on that one. Oh, my water brush. I like them with my water brush. My example, where is it? Here. I did this with, well, Inktense. But wait a minute. Let's see. Hold on. Here. That's with my water brush. This is the Oxide Blue Jean, and that's the Aqua Inktense. But yeah, that's there. And I think, where's the other one? Yeah, that's this one here. This is actually on top of the Liquitex clear gesso, and I put white paint in it. So that's it on smeared on to that. Where is my water brush? I can't believe I'm going to have to go looking for it. And I only have one water brush, but I really like it. I just use this as the palette, and I just take the water brush and I go over it. Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay. I just do this. Let's see. I have other colors. Come on, darker. Come on. So that's with the water brush. Let me get out. Let's see. Let me get yeah, spit on a regular brush. I know, Irene. Hey, when push comes to shove, use your spit. No one will know. But you might get requests not to send gifts to people if you say out loud that you use your spit in art. Okay, so let's see. Brushing just directly off the pad with a flat, let me see, without any extra water. That's that with the brush. Do I have colors? I put them up, you know, I put them up. Oh, gray. I'm looking for the gray container. Oh, wilted violet. And I'm thinking this would be gorgeous, you know, for my newfound appreciation for purple and wine burgundy. Here's the wilted violet with a water brush. And I did not clean this off. So I don't like forget sometimes to do that. Oh, and I forgot. You can actually stamp the celery rose on, where is it? I actually had tissue paper here too. Down here. You can actually stamp your celery on this. So I actually might do some of that too myself. Okay, here is the wilted violet. With the water. And I actually ended up putting some water into there when I released some water into that, but you know, it should be okay. That time I did not. Okay, so there's that. And I'm pretty sure you can. I think I've been doing that. Okay, this is not dry, but this is dry here. Colored pencils. I have Prisma Premier Goldenrod. And then I have the Farbens. You know, that German oily ones. This is dry now. And then oh, this is kind of pretty together. Yeah, and this is the oily one pencils. I can't pronounce that first part, so I just call them Farbens. So yeah, they seem to be okay. This one the pencil has more, the oily has more of a shine to it. This is dull. Let me see. No, I guess it wouldn't. This is still kind of wet. Am I showing you good? Am I showing you well enough? I don't typically do, but oh, I'm intrigued. See, because oh, intrigue. Oh my giggles. Because see, this would be, oh, come on, my muscles. Oh, my muscles. All right, we'll just do it this way. I can't squeeze it, so I'll just open it up and do this. Oh, see, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to do some swatching. Because see, remember? I showed you the, where is it? Here, this. See that? That purple in the wine? So this will be a good thing. I can play with that. So, okay, so let me get, you're welcome. And of course, this is, okay. Now, is that good enough, Eileen? Eileen. All right, so let's see. Let's do, oh, well, no, I'll just put it in water. Even if it dries, I'll put it in water later. Lid. Yeah, I see I inked off on, I cleaned my brush on that yesterday evening. All right, so let's get some of the celery rose stamps on this. This is medical grade tissue. Okay, thank you. Good. Well, you know, I don't, you know, Yeah. Well, I'm thankful that it was just good enough. All right, let's wipe off. I'm just kind of thinking, you know what? I want that purple. I'm actually thinking get some black ink and purple, and that actually might be kind of cool because it's tissue paper. I could even go over top of this to add another dimension, or I could even doodle on this. Of course, when you doodle, you have to be kind of careful. All right, let's just get some of this wilted violet going on here. Okay. And I'm just kind of, I think the reason why, the fact that, hey, you can do this, and it just, it's fun, and it's something that you're using, and you don't have to see the whole thing. Okay, now so there's this on tissue paper. So it does work. And it, obviously it comes through. So it's actually, oddly enough, it seems to be more vibrant on the back side after it. See, this is the side I stamped on, but you see that? It looks more vibrant on that side. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay. Let's try, let me see. I really like that. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with it yet. Okay. Oh, here we go. I got all these little things coming out like this. And here, this is what. Now I've done smaller. And I think we'll do this one. Now this is the third one I've taken off. So here now, I want to kind of see here. This is the original how it goes, right? So this one I want to turn around and kind of offset it a little bit. So I'll go ahead with the purple, wilted the oxide, the wilted purple distress oxide. Here's the original. I'm going to turn it, spin it just a little bit. So the idea, now see, some of it got a little heavy, but this is, you can just kind of keep working it. Now here, bring it back down. Now this one, I will try black. I will go back to the black. Let me get a clean baby wipe because I want as much of the black. I don't really want the purple getting on the ink pad. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Look at how the oxide went. Look at that. That's pretty. Actually, let's see. Oh, look at that. Ooh. All right, now let's see. We're going back to black. Let me get my... I don't normally do the layers using... I actually think I want to go this right here. I'll take another one off. This looks more... See, it's looking more like a bud now. Now that will just wash off. It's okay. Just, it'll come off. Okay. Let's see. This is the original. So I want to turn it just a little bit and offset it over here. No, over here. Okay. Okay. So it's going to show up a little bit of the... But I don't know, it kind of, I'm not sure how to explain it to you. but if you allow these to dry, and then each of these layers, and then you can like turn this one around, and I can put black on this one once it's dry, and you've got your different layers. I'm drying it if you haven't know. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm drying it with my hand. Okay. Now see now that, and again, it's yeah, I'm not sure if I can explain it to you. Okay, now I think that's dry. Let's go back and do, again, you're gonna get a little bit of the paint. You just wipe it off. Now I'm going to bring it back, hopefully, and I can actually extend over here. I hope I'm doing it right. Yes, that's not quite turning out the way I wanted to, but that's kind of cool right there. This is, here, let's do this. We're back to the 140-pound cardstock. And we have paint, and we have, interesting how that the oxide and the wine, the oxide, see, as the leftover. Now this is a mixture of the paint and inks, and this is kind of cool. You get your two-tone. So this is one of those things where if you only have one celery, you have to kind of wait. But if you have two celery ends, you can actually, now these, see, now this makes more, this size here is the one I really like to play with. I think what I want to do is, yeah, I'm getting more of the paint. Put it right about here and do several of these. I like it like this. Find the way you like to, or just have a bunch of it. Have one a little bit lower, and maybe one up here. And you could actually draw, oh, let's see, I want another one. Here, let me put on the bottom, and we can doodle on these. I really like how this has turned out. Let's do a sort of off, so we have half. That's really kind of cool. Now let me get the paint marked off of the ink pad. Okay. And I actually think, because we're just really, hey, why not? We're playing around, and I'm showing you the different. Okay, let's go. Let's make some fired brick in distress. We'll go with the Distress Oxide fired brick, and we'll put it on this here. This is the watercolor paper. This is the juicy. That pad is very juicy. Okay. Ooh, like, it's a pretty coral color. And you can come back into these. You can have your papers pre-cut, and you can doodle. I mean, you know, I'm putting a few of these to doodle on. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's see. This is where having the bigger one comes in handy and having a smaller, because then you can mix and match, because this is more of a rosebud. And this is, okay, now this is a ghosting. And the more you do it, no, this is a, and so you get more of a water. So now here you get more of a water. This is with ink. This is the second, and this is the third stamping. So you get a little bit, you know, yeah. We're having fun. Now let's just see. I know this. Now this is regular antique linen distress ink. And I'm just going to be brave and do this. I can always take, oh, look at that. I can always wipe it off. Oh, look at how the antique mixed with the fired brick oxide. Yeah. Now, wipe this off. Knifey. Let's see. Hello to what? Let's see. Mindy. CB. Do you have Jean's keyboard? I'm just saying. Now let's go back to black. That's the watering can. Black. Where are you? Come on. There. Let's go back to black. And you can probably better see the different, oh, we got, okay, we're adding black into that, which is again cool. This is cool too. Okay, my time is dinging at me. Well, that kind of tells me too. Okay, so there's that. Now we can cut, we're pulling that. We're pulling another one. And I'm almost thinking, see now here, just as a reference, I want to keep this and I want to come back in. Now here is, this is looking more and more like a bud, like a Mary Engelbreit. This is getting more and more into the Mary Engelbreit style of flower. See, it's getting more and more into a rosebud. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to wipe it down and I'm going to put it back in the bag and put it back in the refrigerator, because I want to take my own time on this. And I have another celery stalk that I can play with and make my own. I can go from, I can now have, I'll have the big one like this, and then I'll have this one that's already used, a little more worn down already because I put it through the wringer a little bit, and it should be fine. And that way I'll have the two levels of it. Yeah. All right. So now what we can do, we go from there. I'll put this back in the bag and let me get this wiped off. And lid. Okay. Now, what I thought to do, and I don't know, I was hoping to get I was kind of hoping to get a cover done for this. Where did I put it? So anyway, hopefully, for those of you here in chat that have never done that before, you get it. You see now. And Colleen, you know, yeah. And this is for the, yeah, we could even, yeah, I see a corset. I see a corset like that. And I like this. This can just be something, and I can doodle on it. This is the 50-pound sketch, and this is one with a little bit of paisley in it. I'm not sure. This one's too close together, but let's see. On oh, here it is. On a, not sure. Probably would. Oh, paint. I was, yeah, like I said, I was hoping to get, I could do that. And at least I did something, you know, start to finish with a project. That's what I was doing. That was the idea that I had. I was trying to help Colleen and anybody else who hadn't done celery roses. So I think there's enough. The reason why you ask why is she doing that is because I happen to like this. Now, Crafty Hodges, she covers the pages. And one of the things that I did here was I liked the elephant, and I liked the red, white, and blue, and I liked this. So I just put some white, I just striped paper in, and I just glued it down. And if you go over to Crafty Hodges YouTube, you'll find it. The you're welcome. But oh yeah, and here, this is kind of intriguing because this right here opened. Where is it? Here. This you could put. Sorry, I'm going to cough. A blank piece of paper back behind, a white one or whatever, and you have your aqua. You could even put like a pink grid back here. You've got your color. This is a color combination. Over here, you've also got a color. You can add your gray, black, and white, but you've got the copper in the metal, and it becomes a color combination. You could put a pink grid to kind of go with the copper, and right there in between these two, you've got a color combination. So I want to do that. And then you turn the page, and you can use pretty much, and you have a little hint of purple and like this butter yellow kind of, yeah, okay. You've got like caramel color. You've got chocolate color here. So you can do a little bit of sepia, you know, you've got a nice little color thing. You turn the page, use the same basic colors, but instead of purple, you can maybe go, here's like peach or apple slices. Oh, man. And red. And just switch it up. Use the, but just switch it up a little bit. Confound it. That's annoying. Well, I kind of like that faux pas. Let me. Okay. I kind of like that faux pas. Let's see. Hi, Mindy. I was so busy giggling at CB's typo that I forgot to say hi to you. So this could actually, I like this side better. I would do this, and then I would just kind of play with it. Maybe. You know. But I'm almost, this is not, now that I had that brown paint on it, I almost want to do something else with it. I'm not quite sure though yet. I'm not as fond because obviously that was when I had too much paint, when I just was playing around with it. So if this goes on the back, that's no big deal. But then see, I could also, you know, different kind of stamps, you know, you never know. And this is where I guess I just start playing with it. You can take your different shapes and yeah, because these three are not as fun looking as the others. So they would be end up being on the back. So I have to just figure it out. So that's what Safia did. It was the weirdest thing one day. I was in someone's chat, and for some weird reason, my spell check kept calling my spell check kept calling Safia Dad. Every time it got Dad, it switched it to Dad. So, and I didn't know that until we started giggling too much, and then it became funny, you know. But Safia is not my dad. Hello, you know, how did they get Safia and Dad together? You know. Anyway, so let's see. Even though I messed up a little bit right there, that's still kind of funny. Still kind of cool. I do like that. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, seriously, how did they get Dad out of Safia? Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe a godfather or something. I don't know. It's the handlebar mustache. Oh, so you have a handlebar mustache. Oh, guys, we have a female. Well, let's put it this way. Safia, you just walked into that one big time. I'm telling you. Oh my giggles, you walked into that one. Now, let's see here. We can, where's my ellipse? My ellipse. This is courtesy. This is an older one. Ellipse, is that how you say it? Ellipse. ELLIPSE guide. Now you can start looking at these. And now, oh, hey guys, this is something I just made this up. Oh my giggles. You can take this. You could take one of your drawing pencils, like a shading pencil, and I put all my pencils up that I had out here. Do I have a gray one? Oh, that's espresso. Well, I guess it's espresso. Here's artichoke and espresso Prisma. I'm wondering, you could take, see, and turn this around, take your ellipse thing, and kind of begin creating shadows. I mean, you know, hey, if it doesn't work, and kind of go back and forth. I'm going to go back and forth between the artichoke and espresso, and you kind of get your, okay, a little bit more here, and there, and I can come out here, and this is only a half of one from here to here, but then you're kind of, you're making your petals, maybe you're defining your petals. This could actually be a really kind of fun abstract. I'm assuming I may have a different understanding of abstract, but you could, okay, so here's the like the base, And like, here's the greenery. Do I have, let's see, do I have, okay, it snaps a little bit. This could be the little green thing. Okay. That's your little green thing. And here's your stem down here. Okay. So based on that, and you're always, what I'm learning in is as a remembering thing is when you're, when I go to like put my ink down, I need a pen. No, that's a gel pen. No, that doesn't work. It needs refilled. Like I said, I don't have here's an RSVP. One of my all-time faves. And yes, I have two. Yeah. This one this is a stylus. I'll stick those back. Okay, this is brand new. But now, where's my charcoal? I need a drawing pen, but I'll do it in ink. Is remembering that this here, and when you're putting in your lines, you always come back here, and this is your base, and you wiggle and you squiggle, and you're doing in you're creating, and I'm just creating from my mind. You come back in and you create over here. And now that I did this rose is going to become bigger because I have to kind of incorporate. And here's the, so, and now here, when you add the pen, and this is something else I was trying to get Colleen to remember is now go in with your pen. Now here's part of the, one of the layers. Oh, this is the third layer. This is part of the third layer. And you could take your ink pen and you just kind of go over and you follow you define the celery leaf, the petals of the what? Okay. So see, yeah. And you always come back in here and you come to the base. I kind of like that burgundy. And I could even cut this out and I could have kind of like shade your, okay. Yeah, see, come in. And don't be afraid to come out of your lines a little bit. Like I said, I'm really making up a flower here. Of course, I didn't start back down here, but oh well. I think I already did that one. Yeah. I found something in here. Now this one, let's see. Actually, I don't know. This one, see, this could be the base here. But now see, this looks more like a folded up pansy. Okay, so there's, you guys are still here. Sorry, I kind of got off on a woohoo. But this is also, see, this is something. Okay, this was the butterfly. Oh, this could be, you could even put a seal here, like a little ball up here. And here's a seal. And his nose. His eye. And let's see, I'd have to look at flippers, but that could be a seal balancing a ball. Let's see. butterfly. You could actually do a double set. You could do a double set of wings. Yeah, now that's a massive butterfly. Okay, Safia. Okay, so here, let me put, okay. This goes back up. This goes back up in the thing because it's a new pin and I'm not ready to. Okay, come on. Where's the thing underneath? Oh, here. Yeah, so let's see this, and this could be inside here. Oh boy, yes. Okay, here's the body. We've got the body of a butterfly and just zigzag through it. Yeah, and you could just do some circles here. Yeah. Thanks, Safia. So let's see. These, I think, this I kind of like gems on. Oh, like those, you could even do your stamps, like on this one here, like, you know, those the Reevely stamps I have, the little flowers, and it has the little doodle stem style. I could do those here, 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 and here. And hello. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't put that. See, I have, oh, hey, I don't want to waste this. So let's get this down on something. And yeah, remember? Yeah. Tissue paper. Now, actually, that might, okay, this here, I could lay this down, and after I could do some black ink on this, on the tissue paper, and maybe cover over this. But there's got to be a way. And that's what kind of got me thinking about the eclipse thing. Just start the thing like on this here, start here, and then maybe do some altering on these to make them better. Ink. Come on. Oh, hey, here, just do this. Okay, we'll just we'll just do this. This is the baby wipe. Actually, that's kind of cool. Maybe next week, Eileen, we can try to do the Pick 6. No, it's something. Let's just use some brown. I didn't do the rose on this one, but yeah, I'll have to soak this one. I'll have to, because it's dried. I forgot it was acrylic. I don't normally put acrylic on this. This is not, oh, hey. Now this isn't too shabby. Ooh, cool. And it's got the hint of the blue in here. This one's not too bad either. This can be starter. Oh, hey, see, that's not too bad. Yes, I know. I keep my... Okay. All right, let's just do this. Yeah, it's just paint. Yeah, so maybe next week. Hopefully, oh, did I tell you? Yeah, I can't lift anything. I have to be like 3 pounds or less, or not even 3 pounds. I can't, for the next 2 weeks, I can't lift anything. I can't put weights. I can't do my weight training or anything like that. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, hey. This should still give me some kind of pretty color in here. Take off the drier paint part of it. It should leave me some. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to, if I go ahead and glue that down, it's, quite honestly, I want to work on that a little bit more. And I think I'm going to have to work on it in bits. This one here for the cover of that magazine Traveler's Notebook. It's just years. It just needs to be rehabilitated. My spine needs to be rehabilitated, and my muscles have lost all the strength from them. Oh, you're welcome, Darla. This one I might throw out, or I might wait, because it, you know, sometimes like that, when the paint dries, it gets a little too interesting. This one I might, yeah, I think I'll just designate this one as the throwaway. The other two I think are still good enough. And, you know, being in car wrecks over the years, you know, and it just needs to be rehabilitated. And yeah, like I'm on a whole lot of Hydroplenish, which is collagen. I'm taking a lot of collagen, and you know, just, yeah. And of course, now that I'm getting that part done, then my muscles, and it's, you know, it's amazing. You don't think about it now, but because you're moving and everything, but man, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so hopefully you guys have, I actually like that. I will go back in and do some more scribbles and stuff, and then I like it. I like that. It actually turned out kind of cool. So, and I'll finish this one. I'll keep as a butterfly, I think, because I have this one here as the corset. I can either do, you know, the legs down here. Actually, it makes sense to have, oh, and see, yeah, I could cut this one out. I could cut this one out, or just this one, cut it out a little bit more, do a little bit of white space around it. Take black. Take the black. Maybe actually, so this one is a little more, I need it to stay, so I would go round, and my idea would be this one here. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this one up. So my thought is to take this and take this, what is this, ellipse? Take the different sizes of your And this one here in particular, I think will work. And I'm actually drawing. I'm not when they stop, see like that one there, I didn't go over it to finish the circle. But my thought is, okay, let's do this in all different kinds of sizes of the ellipse, the oval shape, and then come back in and just, hey, this could actually be kind of an interesting, yeah, just that's something. It's an idea that I had, like, hey. Okay, now, okay, guys, I guess because I forgot to retime, so we'll probably need I probably need to go. Yeah, I probably need to go. So hopefully most of you, hey, we watched we watched a celery in action, and yeah. So okay, guys, and well, like I said, I want I would go ahead and glue this on, because this is going to be the cover of this here, my Traveler's Notebook magazine. Remember, this was Crafty Hodges, and it was Traveler's Notebook magazine something. Yeah, but anyway, but I know that if I glue this down, I'm going to want to play with this a little bit further. Yeah. Okay, CB. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I just need to say, okay. Yeah. And that way it's easier to, if I don't glue it down yet, I'll give myself a chance to play with this, and then hopefully by next week it'll be glued on, and I'll have like, hopefully I'll have like this color, like the design, the color swatches done in this particular thing here to kind of show. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, guys, I love you, and thanks for staying up. Oh, brother. Oh. Anyway, for just hanging out, and yeah, okie dokie, guys. Okay, so there's, okay. Well, okay. I keep repeating myself. It's like, okay, I guess it's time to go. Okay. Oh, I think I'll go and I'll have my husband. He decided, he just got the yen for, he ordered dessert from Domino's last night. I think I'll just go polish off treat myself to love you, Eileen and Janet. Maybe I'll see how it goes, because tonight's church night. So we'll see how physically it goes. Okay, I love you guys. Anyway, yeah, I might go polish off the last of my brownie pizza. Okay, it's okay, Josie. It's okay. Okay, love you. Bye.